Do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man!
In the Victorian era, food used to be expensive. It was impossible for middle-class families to spend a lot of money on their food and drinks like the upper-class families. Many people in those days had been dependent on bread for their survival. This increased the demand for bakery goods, which were often delivered to the house by pastry makers or bakers. There were some stalls, shops, and street markets as well, where baked goods were sold in a large number. This is the time period that belonged to the Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man!
Some people believe that it is not based on facts, while others call it a true crime story. The Muffin Man was also called the Drury Lane Dicer.
Who lives on Drury Lane?
His original name was Frederick Thomas Linwood. Between 1589 and 1598, Linwood, a resident living on Drury Lane, committed a number of atrocities. He was also known as the country's first documented serial killer. He was rumored to have killed as many as 15 children by luring them into a dark alley with muffins on strings. In addition to the children, he is said to have murdered at least 7 rival pastry chefs in the same neighborhood. His weapon of choice was a sharpened wooden spoon. The rhyme became a reminder to children to avoid Drury Lane and the killer that lurked there, waiting to murder them if they fell into one of his traps. The only problem with this story is that there is no evidence to show that it actually happened. It is more than likely a folklore. In fact, there is no mention of the Muffin Man on record until 1820. So, it remains to be seen if there is a shred of truth behind these dark origins of a playful nursery rhyme. Still, it makes for an interesting story.